Okay, so good morning, everybody. Well, in today's class, my plan is to focus on some functions like we have been doing in the previous classes. So today, the functions that I'm going to cover in the class are about rounding the numbers to the digits specified by the user. So we are going to talk about round function, round up function, round down function, and also I have another function by the name sums q, which we are going to see at the end of the class. So let's get going with the round function. Let me give you a very brief idea about what these functions do. So round functions, from the name only, as I often say, that MS Excel functions are very user-friendly functions that can be easily understood by users just from the name only. So the round functions, as the name says, it is going to round a number to a specified number of digits. For example, if we have the number 23.7829 and we want to round that value to the two decimal places, then in that case we simply write equal to round bracket this number comma, and then we mention the number of digits by which we have to have the decimal places. So if I mention it like round bracket number comma 2, it is going to return the answer as 23.78. Likewise, we have rounding up or down, and it will round the number with respect to what we mention over there. So round up function will round the number upward away from 0 to a specified number of digits. In a similar manner, round down will basically do the reverse of this. It will basically round the number in the Excel towards the downside, towards 0. So it is going to do the opposite work of the what round up has done. Similarly, we have sums q also. Sums q will, what it will do, it will return the sum of the squares of the series of the values. The sums q function is a built-in function in Excel that is categorized as a mathematic or trigonometric function, and it can be used as a worksheet function also. Let's get going with the Excel sheet. I hope it's visible and people can see that. And the very first function which I will write on the Excel sheet, let me first of all write the names of the functions which I'm going to do. So we are going to talk about round down, round up, round down, and sums q function in today's class. So let me make it bold, and also let me increase the font size so that it is easily visible. Now you can see that. So let me write some numbers over here, and I will write the numbers in the decimal, and then we will use the two functions that I have just discussed. So we have 3, and then we have marks 2, like that. So let me write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I can also use random numbers with the help of the rand function also that we did in the last class. And I can simply put it like this. I can use rand between function. Let me use rand between function to use. Oh, wait. I've got this as the answer. Let me increase the, like this. Now, let me drag it down further, and let me see. Okay. In a similar manner, let me do it over here as well. Rand between. There's a comma which I'm putting. So this should not be a comma but a decimal point. Wait. Now I got this as the answer. Let me drag this further to the other areas. So let me use this. Okay, let me write it. I'm just trying to make a good data set so that I get the right answer. I could have easily written it in the separate cell, and let me work with these numbers initially. I will simply delete them. Now I'm going to use the round function. I say round. I will say f2. Okay, I have to write the number. I can't write this. Let me write it as 0.457. Oh, I didn't mention the digit up to which it has to be rounded. And now let me use this function again with the help of the cell address. So I say f2 comma 2 and I write this as answer. Earlier I was not mentioning the number of digits by which I want to have the decimal number. So even if I write it over here like this, round f2 comma 2, it should give me the same answer, and it has given me the same answer. Now I will simply drag this further and I'm getting the answer because I've mentioned round 2 comma 2 and I'm using F column in that case. Let me now use some other column. Let me use G column and let's see what we get. I got 0.75 as the answer. If I drag it down, you will see that I'm getting answers as 0.2, 0.1. Let me decrease this number from 2 to 1 and you will see that 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 answer has now become as 0.5, 0.67, 0.25 and so on. For having the better clarity in the round function, it is always better to have the uh, numbers which are having more decimal positions. Likewise, let me say round up now. Let me first of all increase the decimal position of these numbers so that we can easily have better answer. Let me also do this. So I have now sufficient numbers with the sufficient decimal positions, right? I have this. Now I'm going to use this particular cell. Let me delete it and I'm going to use this cell. So now let me say round up bracket and I'm going to say G2 and mention say 2 as the option and I will press enter over here. We can see that round up will round the up number towards the upper side, that means towards 1. So it has given me 0.11111 as the answer as 0.12 when I use the round up function. In a similar manner, when I use round up for 2.214, it will give me the answer as 0.22. If I use the number as 0.1333, it will give me the answer as 0.14. Similarly, when I use round down function, it will round the number towards the zero side. So if I write the same cell G2 comma 2 and let me press the enter. Now I'm getting answer as 0.11. In round up case, I was getting answer as 0.12. Let me drag this to the other cells and let me see the answer. Yes, we can see that all the numbers have been rounded towards the zero side when I use round down function. In a similar manner, when I use round up, the numbers will be rounded towards the higher side, that is towards one side. Similarly, we can also use sums q function, which is very simple and very easy to understand. I am going to simply write some numbers like 2, 3, and 1 just to understand it in a better manner. I got the answer as 14. So it is going to calculate the sum of square of the numbers which I mentioned over here. So 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 9 is 14. That is the answer that I've got over here. Let me do it one more time so that it's easier for the people to understand. I repeat again, sum skew is going to return the sum of squares of the series of values which I mentioned over here. Sum skew function is a built-in function in Excel and is categorized as math and trigonometric function. It can be used as a worksheet function, WS, in Excel as well. As a worksheet function, the sum skew function can be entered as a part of formula in a cell of a worksheet. So that was all for today. I hope it's pretty clear to everybody and we'll continue. Let me write some more numbers over here so that we can understand the functioning of sum skew. We can also, what we can do, we can also mention the cell addresses over here. So for example, if I have this and I have this, I can mention this. For example, let me do like this, sum skew, and I mention H2. It is going to return the sum of the value which I have mentioned over here. Let me try writing the cell addresses in the bracket. I hope it will take it. Let's see. So GHI2 has taken it. So we can give the cell address also instead of giving the numbers in the sum skew function. So that is how we can use the functions, that is round, round up, round down, and sum skew. So that was all for the today's class. We'll be back with more functions. Thank you so much.